The interment of Richard C. Williams. Arlington National Cemetery, Arlington, Virginia, October 3rd, 2022. My dearest friend Tuna, you are gone, but because of all the memories you left us with, you will never be forgotten. Kick your skids, light your fire, and may God forever have his wind beneath your blades. Friends and family of Rick Williams, we are gathered here this morning to celebrate, and in doing so, appreciate a life well lived. My dearest friend Tuna, here today is your dad, your precious wife, your children and grandchildren, close friends, and perhaps a few strangers, all here because of who you were and what you did. Wherever you walked on this earth, your life was noticed. With that glint in your eye, that grin on your face, you have left your mark. Seems whomever you met became a friend who would not soon forget you. Some knew you briefly, some for a portion of their lives, and a fortunate few were privileged to know you for what seemed like a lifetime. In your own special way, you included each of us in your life, and in doing so, you managed to touch us all. 22 years ago, Rick and I, not far from here, stood in a crowd of pilots and listened to a speech given by infantryman and author Joe Galloway. Rick and I have always cherished these words, so it somehow seems fitting to reflect on them here and now. Joe's words capture a small portion of Tuna's life, and in doing so, reflect on who he was and what he did. After a flight of four Hueys in formation passed overhead, low and slow, Joe began. Is there anyone here today who does not thrill to the sound of those Huey blades? That familiar whop, whop, whop is the soundtrack of our war, the lullaby of our younger days. To someone who spent his time with the grunts, I have to tell you, that noise was always a great comfort. It meant someone was coming to help. Someone was coming to get our wounded. Someone was coming to bring us water and ammo. Someone was coming to take our dead brothers home. Someone was coming to give us a ride out of hell. I love you guys as only an infantryman can love you. No matter how bad things were, if we called, you came. Down through the green tracers and other visible signs of a real bad day, off to a real bad start. If we got into a tight place, you would come. You would always come. That was always in our minds, and that is how we thought of you. To us, you seemed brave and fearless, that you would come to us in the middle of a battle, in those flimsy, thin-skinned crates, and in the storm of fire, you would sit up there behind that plexiglass, seemingly so patient, so calm, so vulnerable, forever waiting for the offloading and the onloading. We thought you were God's own lunatics, and we loved you. Still do. It is said, if you come to Arlington at midnight, or perhaps at dawn, when things are so quiet, you can hear their voices. If you listen, they are saying, we are at peace, so should you be. So should you be. So we come to this honored ground to remember Rick, and in doing so, we celebrate his life and his deeds. My dearest friend, you are here today because of what you did and who you were. You gave your country your dedication, your loyalty, your courage, and I'll sprinkle in a bit of undaunted valor. The medals awarded to you prove beyond a doubt that you belong here, among the special ones, among the best of the best. They, as well as you, have earned the right to be interned here. May you soar with angels on the wings of eagles, now and forever. Be at peace, a hero among heroes. To those present, a promise. We will never forget you. And as for me, promises fulfilled. I will remember you fondly. I will miss you fiercely. And I will love you, my brother, eternally. When it's my time, take me home in a Huey. Let the sound of those blades lull me to sleep. Let Tuna be my pilot and show me the way home. Rest easy, Rick. You did it all.
Oh, I have lifted vertically from the ground, and humbly joined the sky while wings swept round. Forward I've flown while closely hugging earth, beneath the clouds, and done 100 things you would not dare do, autoed, hoisted and beeped while challenging death. Hovering there I fought the shifting winds around, and forced my balking craft through fearful turbulent air, down amongst the low awaiting fog. I've stayed above the sea, through skill, where never goat nor even C-130 flew. And while with humble stance, I've listened to the men who fly on high, I've lowered my head and taken their abuse. And somewhere God looked at me and smiled. The silver eagle